We need to educate our children and cultivate our children in the best possible manner. When you're in the masjid in the company of others, you sit, you behave, you don't talk. This is how you cultivate your children, so that when they are 16 and 17, they don't walk out on you and disobey you and displease you and cause you to cry and to grieve over them. Why won't they do that when they're 15, 16 and 17? Because you never allowed it when they were 7, 8 and 9. Wallahi. I don't say that because I know who is walking, because I can't see. I'm not looking behind me to see who these children are. I don't know whose children they are. I don't know who they are. That's not the point. The point is not to single them out and point fingers at any individuals. The point is the importance of disciplining children and teaching them good manners from a young age. The masjid is not a place for children to run around. When the dars is taking place, children need to know you sit. This is a house from the houses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before they leave the home, you tell them, if you're coming with me to the masjid, you will not move from my side. You will not move. And you will sit and you will listen. The dars is at the most 45 minutes long. Or send them into the playground. Because people have come here to seek knowledge. It's a general advice. I would give it to my own grandchildren. I would not falter in telling my own children. And historically I have. For those of you who know me. The importance of cultivating our families cannot be overstated. It cannot be overstated. When our children enter into their teens and they begin to get rebellious, the level of their rebelliousness is based upon how you nurture them and discipline them after their initial period of understanding by the age of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Before puberty. The level of your discipline. I don't mean harsh. I don't mean beating. I don't mean bruising. No. I mean teaching them manners. Teaching them how to sit, where to sit, what to say, when to speak, when not to speak. These are from the most important affairs. And I myself would not falter with my own children, my own grandchildren, if that was to take place. I do not tell you something to do that I would not do myself. That if you can get your families cultivated upon a point whereby that you are a tight, solid, honorable, self-respecting unit, an example to others, and also a protection for yourself, that your children do not walk out on you, then they do not become sinners. That by the age of 15, 16 and 17 that your daughters have rebelled. And they don't want to wear the scarf. They don't want to wear the hijab. They don't want to wear the jilbab. And your sons, they don't want to practice. They want to watch movies. How does that come about? It comes about by one of two ways. Either because you didn't put the effort in and you allowed them to behave in a manner that goes against the norms of where they are sitting. If they are sitting in the company of others, they should not be running riot. They should not be running around. They should not be talking. When elders are talking, they should be silent or quiet or whispering or out of the way. Even if it is for half an hour, 45 minutes, that they know that during this period of time, there is no messing about. So you've tried your best, tried your best, tried your best. Then if they go astray, wallahi, you are not to be held to account. Meaning that you educated them, you cultivated them, you taught them religion, you taught them manners, you taught them not to begin eating up until mother and father have started eating. When the door is open, they don't rush in before you. they say, mother, father, you go in first, we'll come in behind you. They are the ones, even to the point that the rubbish collection is coming on Wednesday morning. Your children know, I'm not going to send my mum and dad out to put the rubbish out. I will go out. So you cultivate them and you nurture them in the religion, in the worldly affairs, in the household affairs, in making them domesticated for the house. Because then when they leave the home and they are in the company of teachers, mashayikh, the masjid, they know how to behave. Why? Because they did it at home. Why should they do any different outside? Or secondly, they will go astray because you didn't cultivate them and you didn't pay attention. You let them get away with it. You let them shout because you felt embarrassed to correct them in public. Or you felt embarrassed to take them by the hand and say, sit down, because you feel I'll be embarrassing you. No, you won't be embarrassed and humiliated. You teach them that I did not raise you like this. Sit down next to me, don't move. Don't talk when elders are talking. These are from the manners, my sisters. You think that it's harsh. It's not harsh. What's harsh is what's going to happen when they start behaving like that among people who don't have the love that you have for them. Because society is intolerant. That's why youth, they end up behind bars and in prison. Why? Because it's not now mother or father who are judging him. Now it's the courts and it's the police. Now they are judging him. So it's not you're going to your bedroom. Now you're going behind bars. Or you don't have a home. Or you're sleeping on the streets. Because society is harsh. The big wide world is not an easy place to live in. So if you haven't cultivated and nurtured and trained your children to survive in that harsh environment, you're going to be sorry. So don't allow, barakallahu feekum, don't allow, what you see around you or how society is easygoing with their children and let them do anything, even change their gender, subhanallah. And they just let them do it. You keep your children close. You educate them. You teach them. Don't move. This is a dars. Don't run around. We're about to pray. Salatul Dhuhr, Salatul Asr, Salat Maghrib. We're in the masjid. There's the Thursday dars, the Wednesday dars, the Monday dars. Whilst the dars is going on, you don't move. What is it at the most? 45 minutes? You sit for 45 minutes. If you need to go and stretch your legs, go into the playground and come back. Wallahi, it's for your own good. I've seen too many cases, heard too many sorrowful stories. Sisters who have cried and cried on the phone. I've lost my daughter. I've lost my daughter. I've lost my son. How old is his sister? 17, 16. I've lost him. I spent all my life nurturing, all my life spending. What did I do wrong? Did you bring him to the durus? No. And when you did, they were running around the masjid because they thought the masjid was a playground. The masjid is not a playground whilst the dars is going on. Not when the dars is going on. Because I didn't teach them. I didn't discipline them. I sent them to state schools. I wanted them to get GCSEs. But I didn't care about their deen and their tawheed. Do something now so you don't have to cry when they're 15 and 16 and 17. Only yesterday I heard a story of a woman. She says, I pray. All my prayers. None of my children pray. Not one of them. 6 children. Not one of them prays. Why? She said, it's my fault. I didn't pay attention when they were children. Wallahu musta'an. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us and guide our children. Forgive us and forgive our children. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. So inshallah next week we'll move on to the next